doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited about today's episode, as you probably already know. I was Dave on Friday. That's what I am right now. So I'm pumped up. So I can't wait. But before we get started, I gotta introduce my bro, Dave. What's good, man? Y'all got a game one coming up tomorrow. How you doing?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm ready for this series to start. I sent the message to the Kings, and look, they answered me. And it's a parade in Cancun, and ain't one in the city no more. It's a parade in Cancun now. So, other than that, you already know what it is.
Turn me up. Turn
Let's
me
get it.
up.
It's Saturday. We got some stuff to talk about. We held the draft on Thursday. 4 hours pretty much. Shout out to Carl who helped out co-host when I had to go out for a little bit, but I feel like it was a success.
Yes, sir. And Tom, y'all can see Tomo's not here. He won't be on today. All right. Nothing's wrong with him. He's doing good. All right. So he'll be back on Monday, God willing. But let's get the show. Before we get the show on the road, make sure y'all like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video with somebody that y'all know personally, so they can come on and watch live with you, all right? Also, use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. It won't be no show without those comments. And Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
So IG chats, we got NFL, NBA mixing with WNBA, Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball, of course with the women's, and then boxing mixing with a little bit of UFC. So there's been some talks about who are the top 10 boxes in the pound fighters right now. Some people don't have Tank in the top 10, and there's some people that squeeze him in the top 10. So I'm not sure. I personally think that Canelo is the best, but he put him at 5, not even at number 1. So that's just crazy to me. But in these chats, we give the latest news about everything. For the first 3 rounds of the draft, I was posting all the picks before they were even announced on ESPN. So we have been doing that as well. And in the NBA, WNBA, Brittany Griner has said that she doesn't plan on playing overseas unless it's for the Team USA. So all those news, we pretty much post that in there. So no matter what chat you want to be in, you get all the latest news from what's going on in that specific topic. If you want to join, let us know. You just put your IG name in the comment section, or you can follow us on IG, and we'll put you in one of those IG chats. And then the Refuse to Lose chat is the exclusive one. You got to come on the show and be an active Refuse to Lose family member to be in that chat. And I don't mean like blood family member. I mean like you got to be involved in everything. So back to you, Joe.
And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So we're going to kick it off, and we're going to talk about the Lakers. The Lakers beat up the Grizzlies, right? I mean, it's funny because Dylan Brooks is like, he got to give me 40, and they lost by 40. All right, so he got what he asked for. And, man, they upset the number 2 seed for 4-2. What happened? You picked the Lakers in 6. What happened?
The Lakers were just too much. The Lakers were just too much. They had too much for them. And like I said, and it wasn't even, and I said that they wouldn't be able to handle AD. AD ain't even the one that went off for real. It was the team.
Yeah.
The entire team turned up. And then it's the Grizzlies. This is the reason why I put John Morant and Dylan Brooks in the doghouse. Now I'll probably be taking John Morant out because he actually spoke to the media after they lost.
Mm-hmm.
But Dylan Brooks was nowhere to be found. So you can't be these kind of players and be all talk, but not back it up. And then when you lose, you know where to be found. You just can't do that. And just like this comment said by JMO, Dylan Brooks straight clown activity. That's what happens, man. You can't be out there poking bears and then get mad when that same bear puts you out in the first round. So to me, that's just I just feel like the Lakers had more momentum, and Memphis just they didn't have enough for real. And yeah, I agree. They missed Steven Adams and Brandon Clark. They needed those two, and they didn't have them. Yeah, they had Xavier Tillman, who I guess everyone knows now, thanks to Carl. But none of them are enough. The Lakers just shot better. They were more hungrier, and Dylan Brooks went at the wrong guy. LeBron James is just some he's the greatest. To me, he's the second greatest basketball player of all time, and that's not someone that you want to bother. So the Lakers did what they were supposed to do, like I said, and they won in 6, just like I predicted.
Yeah. All right. Devin, let me know how Cancun is. We'll be there after the playoffs. So, David, man. So I picked Memphis. All right. And then looking back at everything, I'm like, whoever picked Memphis to win the series, that was a dumb move. Dumb move. So you look at the roster from top to bottom without Steven Adams, without Brandon Clark, all right? The Lakers are better, point blank. The two best players are arguably on the Lakers. I mean, they are. And then the two best players on the Lakers are bigger than the two best players on the what's the name? On the Grizzlies. On top of that, they're better.
Mm-hmm.
Jaren Jackson, him and AD, really, you got Baines. Now, one thing the Lakers did differently in game 6 was they made sure Baines wouldn't get comfortable. Like every time Baines got the ball, they blessed that man. Every time he got the ball, they do two eye him every single time. Right? When he called for the pick and roll. And that's what you gotta do that's what you gotta do, Milwaukee. When somebody's having a good game, you gotta get the ball in his hands. And that's what they did. Him and Josh shot poorly in game 6. They didn't play good at all. The Lakers, they couldn't stop the Lakers at all. The Lakers were just scoring at will, especially LeBron James and AD. LeBron James shot great from the field. He actually started off the game really good. Like he opposed his will early. And just the whole series, they just had nothing for the Lakers. Like if you look at every game was almost a blowout, except for every game was almost a blowout for real, except for that game winning layup LeBron had to go to OT. That one game was the only game it wasn't close. And guess what? If the Grizzlies close that up, then they go back home 3-2. I mean, they go back home 2-2 versus 3-1. And they would have had a chance playing in game 7 tomorrow. But the Lakers earned that win. They were the better team. Now they just gotta wait for the Warriors and Kings game.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I picked them. I mean, when I first mentioned it, I said that it was because not having Steven Adams and Brandon Clark was going to be a big issue.
Yeah.
But everyone else just did what they're supposed to do. And no one can say anything bad about D'Angelo Russell now. The boy had 31 points, hit 5 threes, and shot over 70% in the closeout game. So D'Lo did what he was supposed to do. Austin Reeves has been doing what he's supposed to do. And their defense has stepped up as well.
Yeah.
With Vanderbilt and Rui. Rui had some good games in this series. So the Lakers were just a better team, like you said. So
yeah, the Lakers averaged 9 blocks and they averaged 9 blocks and 7 steals.
AD himself had 26 blocks in the series.
So they wow. And here I like this right here for JMO. He said, and all Lakers fans do is dog Darvin Ham when they lose, wear the praise out for his defensive schemes. That's true, because that was an adjustment they made, man, in game 6, and they caught them off guard. And Baines came out and guaranteed a game 7, Not expecting, think he's gonna get the same looks he's gonna get game 5. Nah, man. That's playoff basketball. It's adjustments. And Darvin
Exactly.
Ham made adjustments. And so good job to the Lakers handling the business. And like Memphis, this is part of it's just like the Bucks. It's an upsetting season, even though they had injuries, but like you can tell they just wasn't focused like they were last year. Last year they were focused. They were actually like people actually picked them to win the West. This year they had all the off the court issues. Then you got Dylan Brooks talking trash and not addressing the media. Like that's so whack to me, man. Like you come out, you call LeBron O, you come out, you talking about you gotta give me 40, you talking about I poke bears, and then you haven't really talked to the media since. Like I don't think he talked to the media when they won. I don't know. I looked at it. He probably did.
No, he was there. He was there.
Okay. But they say he dipped out before they got to the locker room. But Baines, when you hear him talk, he sounds like a leader. He sounds like he is their leader. And what the Grizzlies need to do in this all season, they need to go get some vets, man. They need to go get some vets because that locker room is young, and they need somebody to steer them like in the Kings locker room. You know they always refer to HB Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes been a big boy. Deli been a big. They don't even play, but he's there. They need a veteran. They need veterans in the locker room. They got a bunch of young dudes there. So I didn't know Cancun was in it. Was in the West.
Well, we
I
know
didn't
now.
know that.
We know that's where the parade is at.
No, okay. Let's get it. All right. On to another game, man. Whew. Dave. I've been waiting. These are boxing jumps, all right? So
Oh,
these are the top one updated. All right, but I've been waiting to use this bell. Kings beat the Warriors 118-99. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about that game. David. That was an awesome response from game 5. I mean, first off, man, I'm not know me when I be long-winded. You feel me? But I'm gonna try to get straight to the point. Okay, another entertaining game, right? Another entertaining game. Even though we won by 19, it was entertaining, bro. All right. So look, I'm proud of the team, David. This is a young team, first time in the playoffs together. They're going against the defending champions. Like you look at any other first round, when the Kings get their wins, they gotta actually play a great game. There's no lollygagging because they're going against the Warriors. The Warriors are champions. They've been here before, all that stuff. So they're going against the champions. They win the first 2 games. Fan base excited. Everybody excited. They go into the Oracle, lose 2 games straight. But the first game is in blowout fashion. We got hit off guard, and I'm like, I want to see how we respond. We responded well, but lost by a point, right? So it's like, all right, they won 2, we won 2 at home. We want to take care of business at home. They come to go to one center and they win. Now I'm like, dang, I didn't expect this to happen. And then I was like, I want to see how they're going to respond. I listened to all the press conference, David, and I'm like, these dudes ready. I was on the phone with J-Mo. I told J-Mo that. I was like, J-Mo, Malik Monk ready today. I said, Malik Monk going to be ready today. And I also said that you're going to see a lot of sprayed threes. A sprayed 3, if you don't know, is when somebody drive and kick. That's a spray 3. Let me tell you what Mike Brown said, David, and you know this, you ball. He said the most comfortable 3 a person can make is a spray 3. You know why? Because when normally when you work on your shot, you got somebody under the basket, getting your rebound, passing you the ball.
mm-hmm.
That's simple. And he said we don't do that enough. He said game 5, we were 3 from 6 from spray 3s. We had 6 spray 3s in first quarter. The rest of the game we only had 5. That's why the 3s weren't going down. He said the most comfortable 3 is spray 3. I said, Jambo, watch for a lot of driving kicks. And that's all you saw. Malik driving, kicking, D-Fox driving and kicking, and then Keegan knocking down 3s. Hurt, man. It was a parade in my city for 3s. So I was excited with that. So look, now, normally when the Warriors, right, every time, normally when the Warriors hit that 3, let me say this. Sorry, everybody keeps saying the Warriors played their worst game. I don't think they did, David. I just thought the defense was amazing. That's what I thought, man. I mean, tight coverages. You see us not falling for none of herky jerky crowd that they always do. Steph Curry, right? Fox is staying glued to his hip, going over the screen, not under the screen. Same thing with Jordan Poole and Clay. Clay only had 2 points in the second half. I thought he was third game since Clay. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. And now normally when the Warriors, because Steph is incredible. And this is why I like Steph Curry. And that's why I root for the Warriors. Steph Curry, man, he was making some unbelievable shots, man. Like contested, hand in his face, and then he just made it. Nothing you can do about it. But normally when Steph made those threes in the Oracle, they go on the run. When he made a three that hit us in the heart, we came right back down and scored almost every single time. Trey Lyles hit a 3 one time. Fox hit a 3 1 time. We came out and got an alley-oop dunk with Keegan Murray, and they had to call timeout after a Steph three. That's when you want. When they hit a Steph three and you come down and score and they call timeout, that's when like, okay, we got them. We got them. So I'm so proud of them, right? So do y'all know that that loss, Golden State lost to an Oracle, is the second loss they had in the playoffs in that arena. The only other team that beat them there was the Celtics in Game 1 last year in the NBA Finals. No other team has beaten them in the Oracle. And I've been saying we're the best road team in the league, and the reason why because we are poised. When you have a poised leader like Fox, and you have a coach like Mike Brown, and you can win anywhere. That's how I look at it, right? So our defense. A lot of people try to say the Warriors played a bad series, but really our defense was it, right? Like Mike Brown is also. Lastly, I'm gonna say this. Mike Brown had something in his back pocket this whole time. And I said in the chat. I don't know if you heard it, David. I said it in the chat early in the game. All right, Mike Brown. He kept Davion out. Who's been playing good against Steph, right? Harrison Barnes been struggling. He took Harrison Barnes out and replaced him with Terrence Davis. He took Sabonis out and played Trey Lyles. And the reason why was floor spacing for spray threes. 5 and out. Trey, giving it to Malik Monk with D-Fox 1-on-1, break your, because they got nobody for Fox or Malone. I'm sorry. Wiggins, I like you, man, but you can't. I'm sorry, man. They got nobody for those two. Break them down, kick it out for an open three. So we lived with the offense yesterday, but the defense played good. We took Davion out and lived with the offense. We had 17 threes, which is the most we hit all series. Mike Brown stuck with Kevin Herter. My man Trent hit this bar on Twitter, man. My man Trent said, "I want a girl that would hold me." He said, "I want a girl that would stay by my side like Mike Brown does Kevin Herter." I was like, get Kevin Herter out of here. But he had three crucial threes. And the three that was a dagger, man. He did a side step three on Looney when we was up by 13. And that's when I knew it was over. So I'm happy. I was excited. The Kings won game 6. We got to go back to the crib and hold down home court and knock the Warriors out, man. Dave, you called it in 7. I won it in 6 because I ain't won in game 7. But this team can do it, man. We are here.
I would prefer the Beams than the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Annoying.
The Beam for the videos, Cowboy for the show.
Oh, you might need to switch that up. But Warriors, just like J-Mo said, it looked like the Warriors went in there thinking that the Kings were just going to lay down. But that defense was really good yesterday by the Kings. That's probably the best defense I've seen them play this entire series. For one, you held the Warriors under 100 points, which is almost unheard of, really. And yes, Steph made some unbelievable shots, but he was 9 of 21 from the field yesterday. It's not good either way. And then Clay put up 22, but he was 8 of 20 from the field. So it wasn't much that was going on. And he was making some shots too, but it was like every time he made a three, Kings went down, made a bucket. And no matter what runs they went on, y'all came back and answered it with a run. Mm-hmm. Like it was no matter what, it was just everyone played their part. Keegan Murray had hit 4 threes in that game. Keegan Murray hit some key shots. Trey Lyles had hit a rebound dunk that boy did everything he was supposed to do. And I knew about Trey Lyles since he was with the Utah Jazz. I used to play with him on 2K. That's how I know who Trey Lyles is. But and then Kevin Huerter came out there and hit 3 threes in that game, 8 from 3. So
crucial.
and then and the one person I talked to when I sent out that message was Fox. I said, Fox, I understand your fingers hurt, but you got to come out there and you got to play better. And he did. He went out there and put up 26. Yeah, that boy Fox went out there and put up 26 points, 11 assists. So he got people involved. And then of course Malik Monk. I said, Malik, you gotta play within your game. I feel like you was going a little bit too fast sometimes. You was playing out of whack. And he went out there and put 28 off the bench. So that's what y'all, in order for y'all to beat the Warriors, that is what you need. I feel like your two best players are Malik Monk and Fox. Even though Malik Monk comes off the bench. Because Malik Monk is not scared. He's gonna drive that ball no matter what. And he hit some key layups in that game that was crucial. And Fox was also doing the same thing. And yeah, even though Sabonis had gotten in foul trouble, I still feel like the game was still over. I was like, okay, he got 5 fouls, but I don't feel like that's going to stop anything because when he was out, y'all was still doing what y'all supposed to do. Right. So that was a really good game. Now it's game 7.
That was crazy.
Finals preview? Who knows? It's certainly possible. I'm telling you this now because I already said this before. In the next round, I'm not picking the Kings, and it has nothing against how the Kings are. It's just I feel like the Lakers' size is going to be an issue for the Kings. That's what I said. So I'm not wavering from what my pick was, even though the Kings do look good right now. I understand that, but I still feel like the Lakers size may be a little bit of a difference for them. That's not to say the Kings can't win. But at this moment,
you ain't got butter the situation up. It's fine.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
You don't want to be.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm just letting you know. I've only switched one pick, and that was my team. Everything else, I kept the same way. But this Kings team, they're capable. They just got to go out there and show it. I said they had to show it in Game 6, and they did. I said you got to go in the Chase Center and win that game. They won.
I know.
Now, the Oracle. Yeah, so used to it. So Game 7 at home, what y'all gonna do? It's the Warriors. You're still facing the defending champions.
At the end of the day, they're gonna bring it.
Steph might come out there and he's gonna go for 40.
He might get 40. You're right.
Clay is still Clay. I understand he hasn't had a 30-point game in his playoffs, but he could be due for one.
No, you're right.
Draymond did put up 21 in game 5.
I ain't know about that no more.
I'm just saying. I'm just bringing it up because seeing Clay put up 30 or more is kind of like wow. It's a wow now because he doesn't do it that often. So let's see what happens. But I mean, the Warriors are still the Warriors. Kings, you just gotta be a king and get the Warriors out of there. I said Kings in 7, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Keegan Murray for playing 45 minutes yesterday. And he did good. But Malik Monk, like he said, he's the second best player for this series. It's all about matchups because our dribble handoffs, the Warriors are guarding out really good. So it's like neutralizing Sabonis. And Looney's doing an awesome job on Sabonis. So, yeah, Malik Monk, like I said, the Warriors, they're best defenders for real now. It's Draymond Green. And he's in the post for real. They got nobody for Fox or Malik Monk. That's their problem. So we just got to take advantage of that. That's what we did. So I can't wait to see how Steve Kerr responds to the small ball. Like what he going to do. I think I think Cuz with the cornrows. Can't think right now. Moody. I said Moody needs to play more minutes. Every time Moody plays, he looks good. He brings in GP2. I don't know, man. Everybody high on GP2. He's not good for the series. I'm sorry. He don't stress the flow out. He's not doing an awesome job defensively. So Moody should get more minutes. Wiggins, they need to keep exploring his mismatches. Like whenever somebody is smaller than him, they put him in the post because he's scoring almost every time in that fashion. But Moody needs to play more though. He only played like 14 minutes yesterday. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I think this should have been a series where they played Kuminga and Moody more.
Yeah, I don't know about Kaminga, because Moody is playing more settled. Like Moody is hitting the open threes where they need, and Kaminga hasn't really been playing well, but Moody has though. Moody, every time Moody came on the court, he gave him positive minutes.
Mm-hmm. But
But
we'll
yeah,
see.
and shout out to D Fox for playing with his broken finger, man. So Kobe, I said it's your Kobe moment, man. Game 7. What you gonna do? Kobe won the NBA Finals MVP with his broken finger on his index finger. Shoot hand. So let's go, Fox.
Fox, you lead this team. Let's see what kind of clutch player you are.
Game 7. I'm going out. I told my wife, I'm like, Heidi, listen, I don't want no distraction. I can't watch it at home because you're gonna ask me to do this and do that. We going out to eat. All right, with the TV. We going out to eat, and I ain't gonna never miss a game. I can hold the baby, I can do everything, but the TV right there. All right, so I already told we going out to eat to watch this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait. Hopefully the Kings don't embarrass me in front of my family.
This is also true too. Jordan Poole has not been playing well at all.
I mean, kiddie pool right here. This is the good word to call him.
Yeah.
My man look like a circus act. My man, oh my gosh, man, it's Shaq the food plays over and over again.
Yeah, every single time. So Jordan Poole, you got your money. You got to step up.
Yeah, man, man, when he get the ball, I'm not even worried. I'm like, all right, he gonna do something funny to make me laugh real quick. He does every time. All right, so let's go to our next topic. So we're gonna go to the Suns and the Nuggets, man. Game 1 starts tonight, David. Woo! So now look, do you want to go first in Miami, or you want me to go first in Miami?
I'll go first in Miami. All
right, so I got you on this one. Suns and Nuggets. I got the Nuggets. I'm picking the Nuggets. Yes, I am. I'm picking the Nuggets to win this series. And my original pick, Clippers would have won if they had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Let's say that. But it's needing to hit over there. I don't know, man. I'm not too fond with the Suns yet, man. They didn't impress me with that series win against the Clippers. They didn't. And my issue with the Suns, man, like I've been telling you since they had KD, they don't have depth. They don't. They don't have depth. KD, Devin Booker playing million minutes. You know, they struggling against the Clippers without both of their top players. I mean, every game was almost a close game for real. So, but when I look at the Nuggets, man, the Nuggets, first of all, nobody's really talking about the Nuggets. Everybody keeps sleeping on the Nuggets. Now, I do think KD and Booker will have a good series. I mean, it's nothing you can really do it with them. CP3 will have a game or two probably, but the difference between the Nuggets in previous years and this year, they Bruce Brown is a good defender and KCP is a good defender too. So they got some good defenders for their guard play. But who gonna guard Jokic? DeAndre Ayton?
They gonna put him on him. I don't think it's a good matchup for him, but that's who's gonna be on him.
You know, DeAndre Ayton, Jamal Murray's back. He back in playoff form, by the way. Averaged 27 against the Timberwolves, who got good wing defenders. So, I mean, I got the Nuggets, man. I think they're gonna win the series. Nuggets are a deeper team. Nuggets already got home court advantage. They got a deeper team. My only thing about the Nuggets is Mike Malone. That's it. All right, because Mike Malone, I think Mike Malone does a good job with having the team ready, you know, play hard and stuff like that. But as far as X's and O's, he does a good job with Jokic, but he's supposed to be a defensive guy, Mike Malone. So defensively, he hasn't been too good since he's been with the Nuggets. That's my only issue with with the Nuggets. But then on the other end, the Suns don't got on defense. The Suns ain't played great defense last series. You know, they ain't got no great defenders over there. So I think the Suns' run gonna be done. And I got the Nuggets in 6.
I got the Suns in 6. And for that very reason, where you mentioned coaching, I think the coaching with Phoenix is better. I think Suns coach is good, but yes, I agree with this. Miami showed everybody the key to beating Giannis Antetokounmpo. We've done it twice now, and he messed that up totally by putting DeAndre Ayton, who I think is a soft center, on Giannis. I think that was a terrible decision.
I said I'll take Tyloo or Monty any day. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would too. I would take Ty Lue over him as well.
Honorable BT, yeah.
I would too. But I think that the Suns are just I just think that they're ready. And the person that you question is the one that balled out the most. You said you didn't really believe in Devin Booker. Devin Booker showed up and showed out.
I guess an inch of Clippers though, but go ahead.
Eh, eh,
That's fine.
you're right. You're right. It
He
was an
played
injury.
hard that series though.
But he played like he was supposed to.
He did.
And even in the two games that Kawhi was in, he played well. Now he
He
wasn't
did.
the reason they won, but he played well.
I mean, when KD's getting double every play, you better play well.
That's what you need. I think that's gonna be the key to this. The thing is, what are they going to do defensively against KD and D Book? That's my question. What are they going to be able to do now? Like you said, that they have the defenders there, but is the coaching going to be there for that defense to even be able to work? I think KD and Devin Booker are going to do what they need to do and win the series in 6. Now, this is not me saying that D Booker is going to average 45 because in the closeout game he put up 47, so he's capable of doing it. And I'm not saying that he's going to continue to do that, but I think he's still going to continue to play well enough for them to win. And even though Chris Paul has not shot particularly well, he's still going to do what he needs to do as far as passing the ball and playing some key defense. So it's not like, Chris Paul is still a good defender at his age. He's not the great defender that he used to be. He's still good enough. And Aiden did step up in a couple of those games. So I'm going with D Book. D Book seems like he's on a mission right now to prove some people wrong. And I feel like the Suns are going to win the 6.
Yeah, and also the Denver Nuggets are a very, 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 very high scoring team. Very high scoring team. So D Booker will have to keep up. I mean, between him and KD, they might average 80s. But like, I just think that because Jamal Murray, we see in that factor too. Jamal Murray is in playoff mode, and and I don't think the Nuggets going to double KD. I don't think that's a good idea to double KD every time. Just play him. I don't think you got to double him every single time because what that does is get Devin Booker going. And if you got Devin, because KD can get his anytime. If you get Devin Booker going and KD is out there, that's not a good sign, I don't think. So I think the Nuggets going to win this, dog. I think they're going to win in 6. And then, yeah, man, I think Jamal Murray's going to have big. They still got Michael Porter Jr., who could give you 30 any given time. So it's going to be a tough matchup defensively also for the Suns because Jokic having them in a high post, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be an entertaining series though, but I got Denver in 6 though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an entertaining series too. I just feel like Phoenix is going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Denver wins, but I just feel like Phoenix is going to win.
All right, now to your game. Heat versus Knicks. Rivalry renewed. Dave, y'all play tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Game 1 in New York City at Madison Square Garden. The Mecca of basketball. That's what they call it.
Yep, it's the Mecca.
So, talk to me. Who's going to win the series?
Heat in 6.
In 6.
Miami in 6. I know I already made a video about that Bucks series, but I want to talk about how efficient we were in that series. So our efficiency against the Bucks was the best in the league. From how not just from the playoffs, but even from the regular season. So from mid range, we shot basically 50% from mid range, and from 3-point, we shot 45% from 3. That was 4% better than league average for mid range, and almost 7% better in 3 points. Not only that, Jimmy Butler versus the Bucks averaged 37.6, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, basically 2 steals, and 67% true shooting. In the regular season, he wasn't even close to that. He was only averaging. His regular season, he was 35% from 3, which is okayish, and he only attempted about 2 a game. In the playoffs, he's shooting 44% from 3 and averaging about 5 threes a game. Our regular season was terrible. Like I said, we shot 34% as a team from 3. 4th lowest in the NBA. So that's just like crazy. No one figured we was going to do this well. But the person that's leading us in 3-point percentage right now is Duncan Robinson. He's shooting 73% from three right now. Our offense woke up. Our defense was already there, but our offense is what woke up. And we did everything that we needed to do to break them down in that series because we just did. Our ball handling was good. We made sure that we put a Bam at the point, which forced Brook Lopez to have to play up, which left the paint open, so that he was able to get some passes down low to Jimmy to have easy buckets. And then when the same thing that you said about the Kings about drive and shoot, we did the same exact thing. It was drive and shoot. Give the ball to Jimmy, have him drive the ball. Other people will get open. Kevin Love had 2 really good games in this series, and he had some key buckets in that last game. So I feel like we're gonna win the series in 6 because I mean the Milwaukee Bucks are better than the Knicks. They were the number 1 team, and we got them up out of there. Now the Knicks, I feel like, are a better overall offensive team because of Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and they have some hustlers out there as well with Josh Hart. I like Josh Hart. I like Jalen Brunson. So I feel like this is a good matchup, but I just feel like no one's gonna be able to stop Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Now it's funny because my man Darren, he took the words in my mouth. Some of what you're saying is a matchup. Y'all is a matchup problem for Milwaukee. And the biggest matchup between y'all and Milwaukee is Eric Spoelstra and Budenholzer. Tom Thibodeau is not Budenholzer. So any time like y'all offense, like I can't look at that series and say this is going to translate to this series. Y'all are not going to shoot as well against the Knicks like I did against the Bucks. Part of the reason why y'all shot so well is because Butler wasn't getting doubled. He was cooking Drew Holiday 1-on-1. And Thibodeau is not going to let that happen. After saying all that, I'm going with Miami. I didn't want to do it, David, especially when you was like, I'm going with the Kings. I was like, how can the Knicks win? I was like, Knicks can win, but I gotta pick Miami. I'm sorry. I gotta pick Miami. I'm sorry. This is why. First of all, Randall was hurt right now. Let's start there. He has an injury, an ankle injury. And he already has been playing well in the playoffs. I can't trust Julius Randle. He got to prove me otherwise. I know people say it's a bad matchup against the Cavs. Was it a bad matchup against the Hawks too when he looked terrible too? I mean, this is a trend going on. Sorry. Can't trust him. Then Gabe Vincent. He's a good defender. He's an underrated defender that nobody really talks about. And he's not going to shut down Brunson, but he'll do a better job with Brunson than Cleveland did.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you that. And Brunson didn't even have a great series. It was, well, probably for his standards. He had 24 points. Probably for his standards, a good series. But he didn't shoot well. You know, he didn't shoot well either in that series. So I think Gabe Vincent is going to do a better job on Jalen Brunson than the Cavs did. Then, like I said, Thibodeau will have his boys ready. This will be a way tougher series for y'all than the Milwaukee series, sad to say, because Milwaukee's number 1 seed. Because they crashed the boards. Josh Hart is a hustler. You know, you got Mitchell Robinson. He's going to be on the glass like crazy. But, y'all got Eric Spoelstra, man. In a 7-game series, the coach stands out. It really does. It stands out. The only way I see Miami winning is they got to play a team that's overwhelmingly good, like 76ers or Boston Celtics. I don't see them losing to the Knicks. I just don't. If the game is close, any game that's close, I'm going with the Miami Heat. I'm going with Miami Heat. They got the best player on the floor, Jimmy Butler. He's the best player on the floor. And in crunch time, he's proven all year that he's one of the best clutch players. Him, D. Fox, and DeMar DeRozan.
He was second in voting.
Yeah, so I think that it's gonna be a hard-nosed, tough series. And what worked into the Knicks' advantage against Cleveland was Cleveland is not a great 3-point shooting team. They got most of the times on the court, they got 3 non-shooters on the court, right? And I agree with Jamal. Tyler Hero will be missing series, but like I said, Julius Randle is nicked up. So I'm gonna pick Miami Heat in 7. In 7, I think it's gonna be an even series, but just the veteranship, Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, in Game 7 will rise to the occasion and win that hard-nosed game. So I think it's gonna be a way more entertaining series than the Knicks and Cavs series. And I think it's gonna go down to the wire, and I got the Miami Heat winning. They didn't want to pick y'all, but I just got to feel the Miami gonna win, man.
I also feel like we just have that momentum right now. And then we have some defense on there. Yeah, it may seem like we got some mismatch, but everybody on that team is gonna play defense. Kayla Martin is gonna play some key defense. Strus is gonna play some good defense. Kyle Lowry may flop a few times, but he gonna play some good. He gonna play some good defense. And just like you said with Gabe Vincent, I just feel like we're gonna. This is a great matchup for both teams. I think this is a good matchup for both teams. I think it's gonna be a tough matchup, and it's not gonna be. I think it's gonna be a hard fought. I don't think it's gonna be easy winning 6, but I feel like we're just gonna be able to close them out 6.
Well, they gotta be careful. They got Man Quickly is nice off the bench. He's a
Oh
scoring
yeah,
machine off the bench.
yeah.
You know, we already talked to Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, talked about him. You know,
Got
you got
RJ,
Obi Toppin come out the bench.
OJ,
You got RJ
RJ Barrett
Barrett.
has been playing well, so they
Yeah,
got.
he played in New
I
York. He
feel
plays well,
they
and
got mismatch, but
they got the
I
home
feel
court
like
advantage.
I feel like that's why I feel like it's going to be not the same as Milwaukee, but I feel like Milwaukee had a mismatch as well. They had
Yeah,
bigs. We didn't have
man,
any bigs.
Milwaukee
Like,
got our coach, man. It's not talking about Milwaukee.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They
I'm
got
just
our
looking
coach,
at the
man.
matchups and everything too.
Thibodeau is different. Nah,
Oh
Thibodeau,
yeah,
you
he
know,
is. I respect Tibbs as a coach. I respect Tibbs. Tibbs has always brought out good teams that's going to play hard defense. He did
play
that with
hard defense.
he
Play
played he
hard
did that
and crash.
he did that with the Bulls. He did that with the Timberwolves. So I know what he brings out there as a coach. So I respect him. I respect him. I respect the Knicks. I don't hate the Knicks, but
Of course.
this is a rivalry. This is a 80s 90s rivalry. So let's see what happens. Last time we played them in the playoffs, we put them out there, but that was a
Yeah.
while ago.
All right. 1 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. I'll be tuned in.
Yeah.
All right. Like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can go back and watch this episode. Appreciate y'all for using that comment section. Y'all always been lit in the comments. All right. And Dave, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, these IG chats are going up. Shout out to everybody. I gotta give a shout out to everybody that was on the NFL draft episode. So
Yes.
Kevo, Carl, Coach, Mark. Appreciate you guys, all of you guys from coming on and helping me host the show. Definitely a big shout out to Carl because I had to leave
Yeah,
for
Carl
about an
held it
hour or
down.
so, and he held it down while I was out. And I came back. I was like, it's really no point for me even to be running, but he allowed gracefully allowed me to come back and run the show. But he did a great job. So Carl, I mean, we might got something for you, my guy. We might got something for you. But in these chats, we pretty much give you breaking news on everything. It could be who's getting traded, someone being signed. It could be a legal issue, no matter what it was. We put out the breaking news in all of these chats, and that's in the NBA mixed in with WNBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball mixed in with men's and women's, of course, and then you got boxing mixed in with UFC. So no matter what it is, we bring it to you here first, and we put it out there before Bleacher Report, before ESPN, before any of those major platforms. So we make sure we put it out there first, and we bring it to you right then and there. And the Refuse to Lose chat is the VIP chat, so that's for everyone that comes on the show. So if you want to come on the show, you let us know that, but you got to be active in all the other chats as well, and active in the comment section, and you got to be subscribed to the show. You can't just come on and not be subscribed to the show. I mean, it just don't make sense. And then watch out for this fight that might be happening in December. No, I don't know if it's true or not, but Deontay Wilder might be fighting Anthony Joshua in December. So watch out for it. So
That'll be a good one. All right.
back to you, Joe.
Let's get it. All right. Last words. Sacramento. Man, proud of y'all, man. We got Game 7 in Golden One Center. Hey, all the Sacramento Kings fans, show up and show out. They said that Game 1 was the loudest audience anybody on the team has ever witnessed, even back in college, they said. And a lot of them went to Kentucky. Malik Montre Lyles, De'Aaron Fox. They said it's the loudest they ever been in the arena. So I know Game 7, y'all gonna show up and show out. Kings, the Warriors are not gonna lay down. They are champions. They're gonna they're saying they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. They're gonna throw everything at y'all. Y'all gotta stay poised on these runs they're gonna try to make. And we gotta end they gotta butcher their head in game 7. Like, end them game 7. And it's 2 ways we can do it. We can do it in blowout fashion. Just talk to LA about that. Or we can be doing what we doing all game. Just stay, just run with them. But we gotta finish out the game, D-Fox. So I'm very confident they're gonna win game 7, David. I'm very confident we're gonna win game 7. And LA, we need y'all to come to Golden One Center, and we're gonna have a day with y'all. And Commanders, I'm watching y'all in the draft. A lot of people underestimate what we're doing. I like what we're doing so far. Man. So all I know is Commanders. Keep proving people wrong.
Miami, game 1 is tomorrow. Gotta win 1. Don't worry about 1 and 4. You gotta win 1 first. Now I do understand one of their better players is not gonna be there, but they got a team over there. So that's not lay down. Remember what happened when Giannis didn't play in that first game? We got blown out. Well, not the first game, but the first game he missed. We got blown out.
Mm-hmm.
So don't go in there thinking it's going to be easy. Jimmy's going to do what he needs to do, but everyone else has to step up. Everyone else has to. This is a team for a reason. And Jimmy has been saying it all year. No matter who we play, we can win and we're going to win a championship. Y'all got to show it. Y'all got to show me. Y'all made me a believer. You made me a believer, and I switched my pick and picked you to beat the Bucks in 6, and you won it in 5. Now, I don't – this is another time. I don't think you're going to win this in 5. I picked 6, and it rightfully could go 7. But show me. Show me, Miami. Show me what you're made of. Duncan Robinson, hey, I saw a sighting. Is it just a sighting, or is this going to continue? Because, Tyler Hero ain't there. Oladipo's gone. So you got to step up. That's the same for you, Bam. Bam, you ended it with a triple-double. I had you in the doghouse. You out now, but I had you in the doghouse, and that's because you ain't been playing well in the playoffs. But you played well when it mattered, 20, 10 to 10. What you going to do? Kyle Lowry, you a leader. You a champion. Do something. Gabe Vincent, you need it. Struce, you need it. I'm talking to everybody. UD, talk to whoever you need to on the other sideline to get them out their game. Eric, exposure, I know what you're going to do. I know you're going to go out there and coach your game, but don't get out-coached. That's one thing I don't want to come in here and say you got out-coached. So let's see what happens. Cameron Love, you a champ. And San Fran, why do we pick a punter in the 3rd round? I mean, a kicker in the 3rd round. I know. I just had all this positivity before I ended. Now I got a question for Sam. Why a kicker in the 3rd round? I get it. He was the best kicker in the draft. I get it. But 3rd round, you couldn't wait till 4th or 5th? 3rd round, when you had Ringo still there? I get it. We drafted a cornerback, but we could have drafted someone better. Kickers are rare. I get that. But you don't draft the kicker in the 3rd round. You use that for other positions that you need. You could have gotten him in the 4th or 5th round. It's not like you don't have a lot of picks. You got a lot of picks. But I like the first pick that we got with Jair Brown out of Penn State. So I see what you're trying to do. And then we drafted a player from Georgia, which is George Bill Jr. So look, I see what you're doing. But don't make any more head scratching moves, please. Please. We already got a quarterback controversy going on. People kept saying we was going to trade Trey Lance in the draft, and I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I let people say what they was going to say. So, come on. Can we stop with this head scratching stuff, please, and just be consistent? That's it for me. You hear more from me for another time.
Oh man, went from whole mood change. Whole mood change. So look, y'all, we be back Monday at 6 p.m. and we're gonna do some more picks because we got some other games that we gotta talk about. But that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, And also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.